I know a lot of you guys have been kind of wondering, like, when are you going to race? When are you going to race? When are you going to do this 5K? What's the deal with this? What's the deal with that? And in order to answer those questions, we kind of have to roll back the tape to June of last year when I ran my last track race, which was coming up on about 11 months ago now. I ran 3:45 and a 1500 at the Portland Track Festival, and that was the last time I raced on the track. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I was about this close to just kind of quitting running at that point for a multitude of reasons. I cannot to this point explain to you what I was feeling that whole summer after sickness wise, other than that I was just extremely fatigued and really couldn't train at all. I even didn't post a video for 50 plus days because I was so exhausted last summer. And it was basically like the fourth year in a row of not having success. And it wasn't even the success that was tough for me. I just didn't feel like I could get in a groove at that point. But eventually in the fall, when I did kind of get back into running and training, I decided that I needed to create a much more sustainable training program that essentially wouldn't burn me out by the end of a season, and a way to enjoy racing and not be so stressed about it and happy. Because I'm gonna be honest, last year when I was racing, I was so unhappy. I was having a terrible time. I was not even denying it. You can look back at my old videos and you'll see I was so upset after so many workouts. You can go on my Strava, you can go to my old videos, and I wasn't having bad workouts, but it was just really hard, and I was having no fun, and it was unsustainable in every asset of life. I was unhappy, I was unfulfilled. It felt difficult in a way that wasn't, push through the pain difficult. I just felt like my body was like not where it needed to be. It felt like I was playing catch up. But eventually this fall, I connected with Ari, and he started training me in a much more slow-paced, sustainable training method. At the end of the day, we're just trying to stay consistent, as consistent as possible. I feel like I've had so many people, on the negative side, be shitting on the workouts I've been doing all fall, saying that I suck now. And it's funny because I thought that would get to me. I thought that not doing impressive workouts for you guys would kind of make me upset, but it didn't at all. And I honestly don't care at all what people say about the training I've done or the fact that I haven't raced in a while, because now here we are finally at the end of April, and I finally feel as if I've put together a really strong base and a sustainable base and sustainable training program that will allow me to do this for a long time and not burn out this season and just do 2 races and burn out. I had this goal in mind in January that I wanted to break 14 in the 5K, but as I was training the next 2 months, and I've spoken about this in previous videos, we kind of realized we're not there yet with the 5. And to be honest, if I don't have a contract, I'm not in college, and that's not the center of what is my desire right now, we may as well put that on the back burner and not rush into things and start training in an unsustainable way to kind of not be able to do it long term. But I learned a lot about myself this winter and early spring with the type of training that I love doing. And it's really just a very well-balanced training that includes threshold workouts, pure speed stuff, speed endurance stuff, hills, just a much more well-balanced training. Meanwhile, this whole period of time, the last 4 months, I've been lifting twice a week intensively. So I've actually built up quite a bit of strength and mobility, and I'm pretty confident right now. I'm pretty excited about where I'm at, and I feel like this is the least hype I've ever kind of come off on camera about my training, and people kind of roll their eyes when I post a workout video or something, be like, oh, it's just athlete special, just doing this shit again. But I don't know. I'm feeling really happy about where I'm at. Again, if I look back to a year ago today, I hated training. I hated the pressure of trying to run a fast time. I didn't even like racing at all. And I've been on this journey to get back to enjoy training, enjoy racing again, enjoy just being happy outside of running. And now I can happily say that, the lifestyle that I live is significantly more sustainable, and it's taken a while to get into good shape, but here we finally are at the beginning of my season. And hopefully this season doesn't just turn out to be 2 races and then I'm done after that, But more so than anything, I don't care about the times I run. I don't care about the results necessarily. As long as I'm out there having a good time and giving it my all, you literally can't ask for more. So I just wanted to have this long monologue before I explain to you my race schedule, because this is important to me, and I want you guys to know that I've been on like a journey of trying to find peace and maturity and happiness and kind of grow up a little bit and, get back into training hard, but I've had to do it on my terms. And what I've learned through having thousands of people kind of just look at me and kind of try to tell me what to do for years, you literally have to just look at the man in the mirror and listen to yourself at the end of the day, and listen to yourself and the people that are close around you. But outside of that, I don't give a fuck what anyone says to me in terms of like the negative stuff. That shouldn't matter at all. Anyway, guys, I'm happy to announce that the first race that I will be doing is May 5th, Oregon Twilight Meet. I'm signed up for an 800 there. I think it's going to be fun. Early goals, I'd like to maybe run 151 or faster. That's nothing wrong with that to start off, but I have no clue what I will run. My PR is 149.2. It'd be crazy to challenge a PR, but you never know. I feel pretty good right now. So that's mostly a rust buster race, but I'm going to try to PR. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. The next race after that is going to be May 19th, the Trials of Miles 1500 meter. I did it last year. I finished in 5th place last year. This is a great race. I love Trials of Miles. I love Sidious Mag. I kind of know Chris Chavez a little bit. He's a great guy. He started such an awesome company. And that race is going to be in New York City. I'll be doing a 15. So my first 15 of the year will be that May 19th 15 Trials of Miles race. The goal of that race is just race fast, race hard, and don't care about the time. Just try to do as well as I possibly can. I should also mention to you guys, as I'm explaining this race schedule, that I have 0 time goals and 0 time expectations this season. I've learned my lesson enough times not to do that. At the end of the day, the only thing you can care about is racing. So I'm just excited to stick my nose in that 15 in late May, see what can happen. So the third race we are going to do is the Portland Track Festival, early June. So I think it's June 3rd or so. And I am a bit undecided on exactly the event I want to do. I'm either going to do an 800 there or a 1500, but I'm also planning on doing a all-out 400 there as well, just to see if we can get under 50 seconds at an actual event. That would be really cool. I would be hyped if I could break 50 in a 400 or even break 49 in a 400. But yes, we will be doing the Portland Track Festival, either the 800, 15, and probably a 400 there as well. Those are the 3 races, May 5th, May 19th, and June 3rd. Those are the big confirmed races that I'm going to be doing as of now. Then it gets a little bit interesting because I don't want to look too far into the future, but the next race I'd like to do is probably the Stumptown Invitational. I want to race again in June, at least 1 or 2 more times. I want to run at least another 800 or 1500 at the end of June, mid to end June, maybe 2 of them. And then early July, I'm going to go to the East Coast. There might be a race on the East Coast. If not, that's okay, because July 10th to July 25th, Allie and I are actually going to Europe. So my goal is to do at least 115 or 800 in Europe in that time period, because it'd be really cool to hop in a European race. Again, it's a little early to schedule that out for me just because the schedule's always moving around and stuff, and you just never know where you're going to be at. But it'd be awesome to race in Europe, but we're definitely going to be in Europe this summer for 2 weeks at least. And then after that, we head into August. And in August, I'd really like to challenge myself in a mile, try to run a fast mile with some people and compete well. I know that there's a couple really good mile races in early August that I'd like to do, whether it's a road mile or a track mile. That'd be really awesome. And then in mid-August-ish, I think it'd be really cool to finally try to break 14 in the 5. I know I just said I have no time goals. I'm a hypocrite because I'd like to break 14 in the 5K, but we're going to try to have the season culminate to a fun, fast 5K attempt at the mid to late part of August. And if it doesn't happen in August because there's not races, then what we'll do is we'll take a down period and then boost up and try to run a sub 14 or just fast 5K in early to mid-September when I'm coming back. Last year, when I thought about racing, I got like the butterflies, but in like a negative way. Like I was scared. I deep down was like dreading the race. Whereas this year, I'm at a point in my life where I'm just excited to see what I can do. And I'm really happy that I was able to get to this point. And, you know, there's been so many times in my running career where I've wanted to quit and wanted to give up. And, you know, my advice out there to those who feel that way is just kind of stick it out and try to change your mindset. I've changed my mindset quite a bit this last year. The other thing I'll say is I think a lot of people think that I'm not serious anymore with my training because I post fun videos like that Mario video or that Pacer video. And it's just funny to me because people take away so much information from like a 10-minute video. Like you can go on my Strava. I've been training hard for like a long time. I feel like I've been training more sustainably and harder and more well-rounded this year than I have in the last 3 years. Yet I feel like a lot of people have written me off, which is totally fine. It's totally appropriate too. But the only person that matters at the end of the day is the man in the mirror. So remember that, folks. That is essentially my race schedule. We've got these 3 official races on the calendar after that, but we're really trying to aim to race a bunch this summer. And I love you guys all. To the true day ones who stuck around to the end of the video. This has been a lifelong journey. Let's try to make something cool happen with these races coming up. We'll see you guys soon. Get hype, boys. So yeah.